Hey friends, welcome to Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Adrienne, a serial entrepreneur who has already made all of the money mistakes, so you don't have to. Now I'm working on my money mindset, expanding my companies, and having open conversations with women around a subject that shouldn't be so taboo, money. My company, Woman-Owned Wallet, and I are determined to help you foster a more positive relationship with your wallet and help you create a life that makes you say, wow. Hi, moneymakers. Welcome back to another episode of Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I am here with Adrienne, my COO, for another episode of The Sweet Life in the C-Suite. Welcome, Adrienne.
Thanks. I don't know why I said that.
Hi. She's just here.
I'm here.
She's just here, ready to talk Q2, Q3 with y'all, all about wow and the amazingness that it is. I think we know this time we got to fit 2 quarters into one because we thought we could do one per episode, but I wanted y'all to really learn about Adrienne, so I think that first one was just perfect.
Yeah.
We'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
And then we've decided that we will be adding additional episodes of the Sweet Life of the C-Suite each quarter after they happen so we can kind of review them and you can know what's been going on.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. What really goes on at Wow World. I hope they never make a documentary that sounds like that.
Hopefully not.
About us. Hopefully not. Maybe after we make like Dolly World, but Wow World.
Oh,
that'd be so fucking cool.
That would be very cool.
Listen, who knows how long Kentucky Kingdom can hold up? We might get millions and then buy that shit out and make it all pink.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Wouldn't that be so cool? Listen, hear me out.
Yeah.
As you know, that's how we know we're dreaming and not actually trying to figure things out on this in this wow world of ours. So we do want to go through Q2 and Q3 of just the behind the scenes, what we've been working on. And we feel so often on social media, we love that our TikTok is really funny, feminism. Our Instagram really is too. Our static posts that are mostly like tweets that are hilarious do really well.
Yeah.
For static posts on Instagram, there's hundreds of likes and I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah. Our social media presence is very much about fun and that's how we want to keep it. But I think it's also important for people to understand that we're also doing a lot of work. Yeah. We're doing a lot of things and we have our hands in a lot of different pots.
As we get new employees, I'm always like, okay, so I know this looks fun and it is. But I have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested. I ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, okay, I get it. And I'm like, okay, good. Because like, I need you to.
Yeah.
Because we're serious.
I mean, yes, you're a cute shop girl hanging out.
Yeah.
Selling woman-owned goods, but you're also doing like 5 other things too.
Yeah. You're not sitting on your phone. You're not, we have a big business to take care of. A lot of business. to take care of. So in April's my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my birthday. I turned 33. So at the New Black, we had my birthday sale, which we do every year. And they got 33% off because it's my birthday. So duh. Yeah. Every year, it just keeps getting better. So pretty soon, we'll be at 34.
Yeah.
God, I'm getting old. It's okay.
You're fine. 30s,
I'm still in
30s are the new 20s.
I know. I actually love the 30s.
Yeah. I'm only like less than a year in.
Yeah.
I like 30s so far.
Good.
Yeah.
You did get married last year and then pretty much the month after turned 30.
Yeah. Snuck it in right before 30.
Got married at 29.
Yep.
29 and 11 months. Well, we had that beautiful, amazing birthday celebration. And we had our birthday sale, which brought in so much money for the New Black, which was great.
Yep.
We love seeing everyone support us with that. And of course, getting a great deal at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's do it. And we also started to work on scouting locations that we were excited about. Because as you heard at the end of our last episode of the Sweet Life of the C-Suite, we were scouting in Cincinnati and our location fell through.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
It was.
When it's not the right choice, it's not the right choice. And we both felt that it was not. So we went with our gut.
Yeah.
Now we're still looking.
It's got to be right. You know, like you said, like this one with the WOW in Louisville became such a beautiful like experience to have a female landlord for the first time, to be able to just be a part of this great community of women that's down here in Nulu. Like, I just want to find the right one.
Yeah.
For the second store.
One, I think it was tough too, because initially when we were looking, we were trying to find places that could support another walking tour.
Right.
So trying to find a space like Nulu where there's a lot of foot traffic, there's a lot of women-owned shops in close proximity to walk to, and that's kind of a hard thing to find, we discovered. So, you know, Cincinnati, we were looking in over the Rhine, which could support it, but, you know, trying to look other places as well. And then we kind of stepped away, I think, from the idea of having a walking tour associated with all the stores.
Just making it necessary.
Yeah.
Like, is it necessary to have it? And because WOW is our flagship store, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But is it necessary? Because we couldn't find where we wanted to have a location. We next started looking at Lexington, and Adrienne is from that area.
Yeah.
And it's only like an hour and a half away from here. So very simple to get over and back in the same day, which Cincinnati is about an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 once you get down into Cincinnati. But it was definitely a good option because both of those cities have family members of mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, while I open this store, I'd have a free place to stay. And I did ask them, and they did agree. And they were both very excited. I mean, my brother lives near Lexington, and my father-in-law lives near Cincinnati. I also looked in Indianapolis because my parents live in Greenwood, so just south of it. And I just couldn't find a space that felt super right because literally second storefronts can tank your business. And I was like so scared, y'all.
Well, I'm trying to find like, you know, having to think about to staff a second store and finding people that you can really trust. And, you know, there's just a lot.
There's a lot to consider.
I feel like we've learned a lot while doing things here in the space. And, you know, to open another one where, you know, basically they won't have us there at all times. So like, what do we need to do on our end to make sure that the second location would be a success? And there's a lot to think about.
There was so much to think about. And honestly, so much on your shoulders with operations of what are all we have handbooks and we have trainings and everything, but they're ever evolving. And it's important for us to stay up to date as much as we can and be there and be present with our staff so that they feel like the company culture is as beautiful and supportive as it is right now.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to make sure that you have everything in line so that when you're not there, that it runs by itself. And luckily, we did learn a lot of that while I was gone.
Yeah.
In LA for 7 weeks and in Orlando the year before for 4 weeks. So we do know that we can operate. And even you came out to LA for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And guess what, you guys? The store was fine.
Yeah.
I think we did maybe have to close one day while I was gone because everybody had COVID.
Yeah.
But it was still like, it was just one of those things that you do what you got to do. It sucks, but one, health is so much more important. And of course, we're never going to put our staff or our customers at risk.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that really showed us, what are we missing? What do we need to develop? What trainings, what to-do lists, opening and closing? How do we track every single dollar that goes in and out so that we don't have people stealing from us in another city? Like, we've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
And there's so much to do. So we have decided that we are open to it, but have not felt inspired enough to take on, because this would mean I do need to take on additional debt in order to open that store, because this new storefront would not be part of the original like plans that we had for the EIDL, the economic injury, I always say that wrong, injury disaster loan that we got during the pandemic. So it would mean more debt, which is okay with me because I know that I'm going to have to take debt to grow my business in certain ways. However, I wasn't ready to take that without having every single, I dotted and T crossed, ready to go. So when we're ready and when we're inspired, it'll happen.
Yeah.
We'll make sure. There's going to be more than one.
Yeah, most definitely.
I will say, though, we have people come from all over.
All over.
We had people drive in from Texas. I remember you had somebody from Germany.
Yeah, there's like 1 week that we had a few people like international. But I mean, there's also a lot of instances where people, they're either driving across the country or they're like somewhere in close proximity to us that they make the special trip. Like there was one day I was opening the store and I was like cleaning and I just like look outside and there's like a bench outside of our store that we joke that that's where all the husbands hang out because they're afraid to come in. Most of them, not all of them. And then I like see her get up and she's just like looking at the door and I'm like, oh gosh, what? Okay. And she was like, I open it because it's about time to open. And she's like, I'm so sorry to be like watching you do your opening. But I was in town for the past 2 days and we're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays right now. And it was a Thursday morning. And she was like, I'm in from Colorado. And I literally told my like husband or boyfriend that we can't leave town to go back home until I come and shop at your store. So like, this is why I'm here. And I'm like, well, I won't keep you any longer. So like, come on in. But it's like that. I mean, there are people knocking down our door all the time. Yeah,
it's daily at this point. And honestly, so much of it is because of our TikTok presence.
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh my God. Everybody, like, I would say it's close to 75% of people that walk into the door say, I saw you on Facebook.
They wish.
I saw you on TikTok. And I was just like, oh, that's so great. Like, what was your favorite video? Like, I am still trying to figure out how to interact with people, about the TikTok because I just, I make them and I love my theater girl coming out and being like doing the voiceovers and the fun stuff. But we've had so much communication from them about how they made this special trip, like you're saying, from close, from far. A lot of them lived in Louisville too. Yeah. Like we've had a full gambit of people come through.
Just like shocked that we're actually in their city. You see a lot of cool stuff and it's never where you are, know? But so it's super exciting for people whenever they finally discover us.
Right. And it was so cool because we're actively creating tourism.
Yeah.
In Louisville. Like it's working, Adrienne. It's working. This little map is working.
Yeah.
The map is our energy is getting out there and attracting such cool people to our business. And I don't know, I just love it. And I love to see that something I was like scared to get on and scared to interact with because I just didn't know has now
been the best thing for us.
Has literally, I already know, made over $100,000 like in sales for us because we can actively see when people are like, if your video is going viral, the sales that come from that. Yeah. But then literally the 75% of people in the store that we would not have had otherwise coming in and spending money and putting it in the wallets of women because they believe in what we do and they're behind our protest, which is all the time. And they're behind the disruption that we're creating and saying, no, women should have money. Women should talk about it and feel good about it. Yeah. And by having it, we have more choices and more options and more political power. Yeah. And we need that, obviously, with everything that's also happened this summer with like Roe v. Wade and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, it's just been really cool to see it work.
Yeah, it works. It's very exciting. And I think just the fact that like, we don't have business cards and we have these fun, awesome maps that are interactive. Like, I feel like we're able to like hold the attention of our customers beyond our store. Like even once they leave us, they're still interacting with us in a way.
I agree. It allows us to be larger than our 400 square feet.
Yeah.
And they take it home. They want to do something in their own city. It has all this beautiful information about why to shop women owned on the back. And it helps every woman-owned business in the fucking world because if we stand up, just like I believe it's a really great quote, and I'm forgetting who said it now, but when a woman stands up for herself, she in turn stands up for every other woman.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're doing by blatantly stating that we're putting more money in the wallets of women. And we're doing that for artists, for small businesses, where we have this podcast to discuss financial literacy.
Yeah.
And that is so important. And I think we can change so many lives with this idea. And it all just comes from my own trauma. So turn that trauma into something beautiful. Oh, I heard something really fun recently. There's a message in the mess or something like that. There's something to that effect that was beautiful, and I loved it.
Making lemonade out of lemons kind of situation.
Basically, yeah. So we did a lot of development in Q2. So we developed WOW courses, the WOW world. I spoke at multiple events. It was a lot.
Yeah. We're really out there getting it.
Much. Hear that? It's your wine calling. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or just the end of a shitty day, New Vibes Wine is bringing only the best vibes with their Elevate Prosecco-style sparkling wine. So pop the bubbly and get to the celebration. New Vibes Wine was founded by 5 women during the pandemic as a way to celebrate and stay connected during uncertain times. New Vibes is dedicated to providing incredible wines for both the wine curious and the wine connoisseur. Get free shipping on your first order with promo code WOWWINES or visit our link in the show notes. You can even create your own vibes and learn how to host wine parties and impress those bougie friends of yours with the New Vibes Wine Collab Club. Sign up today at newvibeswine.com. So we developed all these amazing things, and I felt like Q2 was very much for me personally about healing, about really removing and unlearning and releasing. It was about a lot of uns, undoing.
Yeah.
I did so much. Now I need to undo a little bit. I need to take out the things that didn't work and keep the 80% that worked, but keep the 20, get that out of there. And we knew that since so many people come into the store and they're like, I want to be on the tour, but I'm not in Nulu.
Yeah.
That we had to create something for them.
Yeah.
So we don't want to leave any of y'all out.
No.
We want to hang out and put money in your wallet too.
Yeah. And it's fun for us. We love going into businesses and learning about them, doing videos for them.
I know. And we're going to talk about that next.
Yeah.
Q3. But it is such a fun experience, and it's when we're enjoying ourselves the most. So we decided that we wanted to have a networking community for women and women that wanted to discuss money and women that were interested in personal growth and hiring each other and posting jobs. And we wanted to have a directory where all of the women-owned businesses that we love can live. And so we started WOW World, which is the $10 a month monthly subscription that you can sign up for. We would love to have you in there. Originally, we thought it would be good to have customers and business owners in there.
Yeah.
And it's just not really working out that way. So we're shifting over to fully supporting woman-owned businesses in this avenue. And I think having the WOW directory, especially with everything that went on this summer, people wanted to support women-owned businesses. And this gives them an opportunity to be a part of the WOW world without being on the map. So once we had WOW World developed and kind of the idea, we worked with people and Mighty Networks to set that up. We also started to develop the WOW courses.
Yeah.
So you can learn right now from just me about all the money mistakes that I made, which I would say some of them you've heard on this podcast, but I go even deeper. We wanted to also make sure that they were at an accessible price point. So that is a $47 course. A lot of people expect it to be like $470. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, girl, it's fine. Bring me to coffee. I'll probably tell you all these things, but it'll be a really long coffee. So just take the course instead.
Yeah.
And then we also have one about being a profitable maker.
Yeah.
And how to have a more profitable event. I do love that one. Mm-hmm. There's so much good advice.
Yeah.
That, if I do say so myself.
I thought it was helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Adrienne moves into Sasscat Creative and doing that more often for her own revenue streams that we're building and openly, transparently supporting. We love that for her. I love that for her. Wow loves that for her. And everybody probably needs 7 to be a millionaire. So we're working our way up.
Yeah.
And it's cool because even WOW has so many revenue streams now.
Yeah. We're really getting up there.
They are. Yeah. Not all of them make money yet.
No. But hopefully one day they will.
One day they will. But it also all helps us, a community of women that are out here supporting each other. So it's not even that they have to all make money. It's that they have to all put more money in the wallets of women.
Yeah.
And if you want to help us get more content, I've talked about it before on the podcast, but you can buy me a coffee. And now you can tip me if you want. And we have a special, basically it's like a Patreon. But if you go to buy me a coffee, you can buy me one coffee for like $5. You can donate whatever you want. And then we also have opportunities to do a monthly program. And you all are getting the term Coin Queens.
Ooh.
I know. Madison, our graphic designer, who's also been on the podcast. Adrienne knows her. But as you're listening, you might not realize that Madison is sending us designs all day for the Coin Queens.
Yeah, they look so good. I'm excited.
I know, right? I think they're really cool.
Yeah.
It's such a vibe.
It is.
I want to be a Coin Queen.
Coin Queen.
Yeah. Put the coins in our piggy bank, our little Penny, the piggy bank behind me. There she is. And again, just help us put more money in the wallets of women by creating content. There's so much content that we create, like this podcast, that doesn't financially reward us yet. Yes. So we will get there. This is the next one we're learning to monetize. So we get fancy. But we have so many revenue streams. It's been really cool. And then I was speaking at a few events, Beauty Boost Louisville, Woman Wonderland event. And that was really great. I got to meet a lot of really cool girls. And then recently I was the moderator for that event because it happens twice a year.
Yeah.
So there's lots of opportunity to get out into your community. And this one is not just for women-owned businesses. So if you're like, oh, I want some more girlfriends, I want to go hang out. They do a lot of yoga, some shopping events. They do
hikes and stuff too.
Yeah.
I've seen they really do a lot of different things.
There's a lot of options. So check out Beauty Boost, and they are in multiple cities. Louisville's not the only one. So definitely go to Beauty Boost on Instagram. I'll try to put those in the show notes as well, and see if you can join and, get some lady friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Friendship networking.
Friendship networking. Like Bumble BFF.
Yeah.
In person. But they've all been so sweet and so kind. And I love the people that have attended those events. And I'm sure that you all will.
Yeah.
As well. And then I also went to the Ultimate Product Party.
So fun.
So cool. And I was on their podcast, Kat's podcast, with Renee. And we talked a lot about money. So much. I was like, oh my God, you guys, I can't. They asked me what are all the loans you've taken? And I was like, what? You want a list?
Get my notes out.
It's long, bitch.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember all of them at this point. I need to write them all down.
Yeah.
And as I'm speaking again in their conference next year, Adrienne's going to come with me.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
It'll be so cool.
Yeah.
It was really fun, but it was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was their first one. So I just wasn't sure how much, we could invest into that because we had to fly out there and pay for the hotels and the tickets and everything. But in Nashville, we can drive down. It's only a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
And we love Nashville.
And super convenient for us.
We got to go to the Graduate.
Yeah, to the White Limousine Dolly Bar.
Oh my God.
So exciting.
I think I can get a lot of ladies to come with us, and we could have a whole, maybe even a day or two extra, on each side or something.
Yeah.
And we could just have the most fun that week.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be really cool.
Photo shoot up there.
Yeah, we have to.
That bar is the most amazing bar.
Yeah. Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, I went for my birthday last year. because I have my birthday off because of part of my benefits. And so I went down to Nashville and went to White Limousine and had the best time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to go so bad.
It's so fun.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's okay because we're going to also manifest meeting Dolly Parton next year.
Yeah.
I mean, that imagination library.
I know. We
might get to. Maria, if you're listening.
I would die.
I think I would too. Like, that's the only person I'm like, I need a photo with you.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Please. So hopefully we can manifest that into our lives in 2023. But it was a really beautiful experience. And even the girls that I stayed with, we stayed in like a doll house, like a Barbie house.
It was so cute. You sent me photos and I was like, oh,
it'd be so cute.
Got FOMO.
Well, we have dreams, you and I do, of having Airbnbs that we get to design. So putting it out there in the world.
If anyone's listening.
If you need someone to design your Airbnb and help you market it and you want to pay for it, let me know. I'd love to. Adrienne and I will show up real quick.
Yeah.
So I still speak to them and we all communicate like still in DMs. I guess you can see those.
Yeah. I'll watch them roll in.
They're like, there's so much coming in right now. I was like, sorry, my girls, my Scott's dolls, girls. Since we stayed at the doll house, we still chat and we text, and it's such a beautiful community. So if you have if you have a product-based business and you want to check it out, we'll have it in the show notes where I have an affiliate link where you can put a little bit of money into my wallet. I'd appreciate you and help me make sure that we can get some a round of drinks for us all at the Dolly Bar, the White Limousine. So if you end up going, definitely use my link. I'd appreciate you so much. And if you want to go and share some space with us, we got to figure out something cool because we love Nashville.
Well, they do have a ton of Dolly Airbnbs.
True.
Been looking for a bachelorette trip, so I've already been scoping out for us too. So.
Adrienne's such a good trip planner, you guys. So we'll get her on it right away. But that was kind of Q2 was just like development. How do we make sure we're good? We're good going into summer, and that we've utilized a lot of our loan that we had into investments into the future of WOW. And once June hit, the end of Q2, it was crazy.
Yeah, things got wild for a minute.
It did. You and I we each got sick. You went on your family vacation.
Yep.
For a week, 10 days?
Yeah, it was a week.
Yeah. Paige was out for 10 days. I was working the store straight for like 10 days straight or something.
Paige and I have a bad habit of like overlapping our vacation time.
And I was like, actually, this totally works because I wanted to be in the store a lot to see what was missing again as we started to look for the second store.
Yeah.
And as we're still thinking of it and developing it and letting the universe know that we're almost ready.
Yeah.
We're close.
Well, it's a good practice too, just to stay in the store, all have our shifts down in the store just to, we like interacting with everyone.
Guess what? We like you guys.
Yeah. So that and just seeing like what is needed, I guess.
Yeah. And even just like simple stuff like merchandising or maybe the opening list. Do we need to have tucking the tags on the t-shirts on opening and closing? Like probably not, but like we did own a fashion brand and still do. So and like the clothes are very important to me.
Fingertips spaced apart.
Yeah. Fingertips spaced apart on the rack, you guys. Like if you ever watch me, I'm just like organizing it all. I love the clothing. But yeah, so we definitely had one of our biggest sales months. And then I got COVID for the first time.
Yeah.
And you had like a really bad ear infection when you got back.
Yeah. That was rough.
That you said was worse than COVID.
Yeah. It was bad.
So we spent almost all of June all away from each other. And I was just so thankful that the day I found out I had COVID was the day you got back.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. It all timed out all right.
It did. So. But it was a lot. And I had it bad too. I was like throwing up mucus for days. Like it was really rough. I mean, when I get sick, I get pretty sick. So sorry, body. I got to take better care of my immune system. But yeah, so we had a really great June, but basically didn't even get to hang out.
Yeah, not really.
But Louisville showed up. It was booming here for tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So going into Q3, what we learned is that June and July, in most places, like the J months, like January, June, July, are your worst months of the year.
Yeah.
Not at WOW.
No.
Definitely not at WOW. Maybe January. I mean,
yeah.
I think I'm cool if January is our least.
Yeah. But we also have a plan for this January.
We do.
So
I guess
more
we're
on
getting
that
into
later.
that next pretty soon. So yeah, we definitely realized that like, oh my gosh, June, July, tourism. We're in the downtown area and there's like 14 new hotels going in around us because they just
a ton of
need
Airbnbs.
that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But they just need it for tourism. It's just booming here with the bourbon, with Derby. Derby really kicks off a lot.
Yeah.
And then with, you know, Jack Harlow.
Putting Louisville on the map.
We've
been on the map, but he definitely helps
He's
a
helping
different
us.
demographic of people
Absolutely.
know about our great city.
Oh, he's so cool.
Yeah.
And guess what, you guys? We know his mom.
We do know his mom.
Hey, Maggie. Maggie was like a business mentor for me. And I'm just so excited and in love with like watching her and her son's relationship like flourish and watching her support him is like so cool. She's in his video as well, the Churchill Downs one.
So fun. I still need to watch that one.
Oh, it's really, really good. We love you, Maggie. And she owns Sinorama here in town. And literally like 13 years ago, when I was just starting out on my entrepreneurship journey, she gave me, with NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners, gave me the Young Entrepreneurship Award and $1,500 as like a scholarship.
It's so fun.
I know. And I got to meet with her at Sinorama, her old space. And it was when I had the hanger and like, dude, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And she gave me such good advice. She was so kind. And I just never once like thought of her. Like every time I thought of her, I was so excited.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she's there. She's supporting me. And then when we moved the New Black to the new space, we reconnected down here in Nulu since we were neighbors. And she helped trade clothes for the sign.
Yeah.
That we still have. So
Didn't she end up wearing some of our pieces to the VMAs or something like that?
I believe it's the BET Awards.
The BET.
Yeah. I think it was one of the velvet kimono or dusters.
Yeah.
I believe so. So like, yeah, our clothes have like walked the red carpet because of beautiful, amazing Maggie. So I appreciate you so much. And you can tell they're mother-daughter. They have the same, or mother-son, sorry. I was just looking at your curls thinking, but mother-son because they have the most beautiful curly hair.
Yeah.
I love curly hair. I'm like all about it. So yeah, so we experienced this big boom. And of course, everything's happening here in Louisville and we're loving it. And we decided to actually launch WOW World. And we had, our first goal was to get enough people in there that it didn't cost us money.
Yeah.
And we did that.
We did.
Pretty easily. Not easily, but quickly.
Yeah.
And that was only 13 paid people. But 13 paid people on your idea when it's just launching feels fucking great.
Yeah.
Y'all know that I love being kind, generous, and I love something sweet. No surprise there. Well, after I got a really negative comment on TikTok, I was introduced to the most loving, kind woman named Ashley. Ashley is the owner of Kindness Cookies, and she sent me a massive box full of amazing cookies for me to enjoy. I think I ate them for like a month straight because they're individually wrapped. And now, Kindness Cookies is a sponsor of the WOW podcast. So let me tell you about them. Kindness Cookies is a small, woman-owned business that ships gourmet, chewy, soft cookies nationwide. The mission of the company is to spread kindness through their cookies and through their charitable donations, which makes it the perfect gift for celebrations, birthdays, and really just every day because, well, you always need something sweet, right? I sure do. Every month, there's a new flavor and a new charity to support, so you can put your money where your mouth is. Kindness Cookies has seriously hooked us up with a discount for WOW listeners. You can use code WOW for 25% off your first order with Kindness Cookies. So that was really cool. And like I said, we're switching that over to fully just being for women business owners. And we would love if you join us there. Definitely check out the show notes for information. We were planning so much for the podcast for this one that you're listening to. And then we planned so much for holiday because Q3 is July through September, y'all. We just got out of Q3.
Yeah.
And like so much planning goes into being able to make as much money as we're going to make this holiday, and the investments we put in. Dude.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to the store recently? She's cute.
She is very cute. She's always cute though. I feel like every single time people come in who's like a repeat customer, but not like super frequently down there all the time, they're like, wow, it looks so different from the last time I was in. And I was like, well, when was the last time you were in? They're like, oh, like a couple months ago. And I'm like, well, we're always changing.
Always. Adrienne's like, are we done yet? Like, we have this really cool experience when you come in now where you get to watch your money going into the wallets of women. Mm-hmm. And when you check out, what happens, Adrienne? Tell them.
It's very fun, a little interactive thing. Well, one, we got a fun little push button that makes the money ka-ching noise. Ka-ching. So that's interactive step number one. And then once their sale is processed, we've hit done on the POS system. We have our Shopify sales tracker that updates in real time. So you see all the numbers start flipping and you always could say, and there's your money going into the wallets of women. So people can see their impact, they can see their sale and what they help put it towards. So it's just a good visual thing to have in the store. And we also have one for our Instagram counter. Hopefully they'll come out with one for TikTok.
We need a TikTok one.
We do.
It's time.
Yeah.
Come on, Smurl. Those are from smurl.com, SMIIRL, which one day I realized it was like probably stood for social media in real life, but with two eyes. Interactive in real life?
Yeah, it could be interactive.
I just made that up right now. So
it makes sense.
It does. But I was like, why is it Smurl? I wasn't sure. And then I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I actually bought that Shopify counter when we were in LA. Mm-hmm. And Amanda and I recorded in the Shopify podcast studio in the Row in DTLA. Nice. Yeah. It was really cool. And I was like one of the first people to have it. So fancy. But we didn't have it like up and for a while. So now a lot of people have them. But most people just show their number of sales.
Right.
And we show our dollar amount. Which is pretty cool.
And we also have a very fantastic setup that holds all of our trackers.
Yes.
That's super cute.
Thank you, Lexi.
Pink arch.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
From Lane Studios. Mm-hmm. Lexi made us some really beautiful dark pink with like putting money in the wallets of women, like vinyl on it. And then it has 4 shelves because eventually I'm assuming we're going to have even more trackers.
Yeah, hopefully.
I like tracking stuff.
Track us
I'm
up.
a number bitch. Let's go. So yeah, we've been putting so much money into the store. We got a new computer for the back room.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. We had to go upstairs to like print anything, you guys.
Yeah, barcodes, everything. You couldn't we had to do all of our POS updating from our iPad, which was just not super productive.
We have thousands of products and it was so hard to keep up with.
It was very hard. Now we do all of our shipping down there as well, which is great too.
Which you're probably like, why didn't you do that before, bitch? And we're like, well, it's because we have 2 businesses. And so we only had 1 computer. And then I decided to just buy a cheapo one. But like, that is all we needed. We just needed to connect to the internet on a computer.
Yeah.
And there we go. Life changing for like $250 on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm serious. If you are holding yourself back for such a small number, and I mean, if it's $10, if it's 20, if it's $250 is a smaller purchase for a computer.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have to spend $2,000. So I was like, holding back. Find the option that gets you through where you are today to where you'll be tomorrow.
And I mean, we really needed that before holiday. And
we really did.
So having it even months before is great.
We'll ship out your stuff so fast.
Yeah.
So please buy from us. We would love it. We also are planning on an awning.
Yeah.
That, should have been done by now. But turns out the city overlay committee is just dragging their feet.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We will have one.
Yeah.
In a month or 2. or 3 or 4.
Well, whenever it gets here, we'll be happy to have it.
Exactly. It'll help because we're, like I said, it's a 400 square foot store. We're trying to look as big as we can because we do have hundreds of thousands of not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of products. Mm-hmm. And it's $75,000 worth of stuff in that store. Like, we try to sell through as much as possible and replenish and then sell through it again. Mm-hmm. So come early. We already got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And, then come back again because we're going to have new stuff.
Always.
There's always something fun. We're trying to do more of our unboxings on our TikTok as well when we get wholesale orders in, because I don't purchase a lot of stuff besides for the business. Like my personal finances, I don't need. I'm not motivated by money truly. I'm here for the vibes. Mm-hmm. I just want to have a good life. It's not that serious. And so for the store, I was like, oh, I don't want to do these Amazon finds and stuff. I know I just said buy that computer, but if you know of a woman-owned business that sells them for that price and that item, like a computer, dude, let me know. We'll tag them instead. I'll buy the next ones from them. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So it definitely... I'm excited to have more unboxings of woman-owned products versus just Amazon on there as well.
Yeah.
So that's been a cool addition. And then we have 2 new things that we're launching in October, which technically
is now.
Oh, right before that, though, we did have in Q3 Nulu Fest.
Yeah, another neighborhood festival.
Yes.
That brings in all the people.
We love those. We love you so much because you did give us lots of money.
Yeah.
And we used it in lots of cool ways.
We did.
Yeah. And now we got to make it again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was our single best sales day, as I've said multiple times.
Yeah.
But I realized my previous one was maybe $6,000. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we got to almost 9.
Yeah.
It's so close that I'm just rounding up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's 9. That it
might
just
as well have been. It was $200.
Yeah. It's so close.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess we could have just bought shit and been truly made it 9. But honestly, within that 1 week was our best sales week as well. So it was just really cool to see it all come together because we did a lot of planning.
We did.
For Nulu Fest.
We were on it.
We were. I was really proud of us.
Me too.
And it was one of those things where, we said for the theater kids, we're maintaining one thing while we're doing the next. Mm-hmm. And I do think that's so much easier if you're an entrepreneur listening when you do have a team.
Yeah.
So please consider how far you want your business to go. And not all of them have to be massive businesses.
Yeah.
But if you want a big business, it is a lot of risk. It's a lot of money and it's a lot of energy. But having a beautiful, amazing team around you that are really, really good at what they do helps.
Definitely.
So much. So much. It's fine. I don't want to cry. I'm not going to. But we had extra help that day. We had shirts that came out just for that day. We had basically matching outfits.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So fun.
It's so fun. We had a disco ball.
Photo backdrop.
Yeah. So a arch backdrop that we painted the same color as our store, which is supposed to be the same color as the awning coming soon.
It's a raspberry pink.
Yeah. And then we used Baloo Designs, BALLOU Designs. And Michelle did a great job. And it's pink on pink, 2 different shades with disco ball balloons.
Yeah. We had a big garland over our backdrop arch. And then to top it all off, we painted a old shopping cart, pink, baby pink, and then filled it up with disco balls. So we had a really fun photo backdrop for all of our shoppers.
Oh my God,
it was so Instagram moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was such a good Instagram moment. And Adrienne, just tell the people what happened with these disco balls.
Listen, I know disco balls are in right now, but we did not realize what a hot commodity and what people were willing to do to get one. So we had basically cleared out a Five Below of their disco balls.
Yeah.
A while ago, months ago.
Yeah, I've had them for months.
Because we knew we wanted to use them and we were like, well, we can use them in product photography. We can use them for events. It's just a good thing to have on hand. And so we filled up our shopping cart and all was well for most of the day. It was really towards the evening when people had been like drinking most of the day.
Drinking all day, coming into our photo booth.
Yeah. And I don't know what our photo booth said, because it's like people kept trying to steal the disco balls out of the cart, or they would like walk off with them and be like, hey, are these for sale? Can I buy one? And we were like, well, this is part of our photo display. Like, we need them so people can continue to take these photos. And people were getting hot about us not selling them these disco balls. I had a husband and wife get mad at me. And the wife was like, I'm going to have to hear about this tonight because of you. And I was like, well, that
girl sounds like your problem.
A bummer of a marriage. I'm sorry. But yeah, there was a girl that was like working a beer tent, and she offered me a bunch of free beer for a disco ball. And I like had to tell people multiple different ways, no. But apparently people just don't know that no means no.
I know. Isn't that gross?
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not even talking about like anything sexual here, but this disco ball is mine.
Yeah.
And like people kept saying, you should just sell them for like $100 or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're from Five Below. They were $5 each. These are not like the fancy, nice
but then
disco
I
balls.
even told I gave so many different reasonings to see what would stick,
what worked,
and none of them did, because even when I was like, guys, they're from Five Below, like we paid like $5. They were like, well, I'll pay you $10, so you should just sell it to me. And we're like, but that's not the reason why
still takes the disco ball out of the display the day
like,
that we need it.
We've got like 5 more hours left of this event, and we need people to take photos and share our stuff.
And I don't want to sell them to you. Like I want to hold them at that great price that I bought them at.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna walk around at a beer festival holding a disco ball all day. I don't think so. Like, I don't know. It was a whole thing.
A lot. It was unexpected how intense it was.
Yeah, we ended up like breaking down the photo booth early and putting the disco balls in the back, and we even brought them inside, and people were like, can I buy this? This? And then they saw like the ones that were on our shelves in the store, and they're like, see, you have plenty, like you can give me one. And we're like, no,
I didn't. Why is it such a hostile existence? Like,
I don't know.
We're just like, they're on Amazon. If you need to get one tomorrow, just leave me alone.
And I even explained, I was like, they're not the nice, like authentic ones.
That nice. Like,
these are foam.
Good. Yeah.
Like,
come on.
Yeah.
Like Louisville is known for making disco balls. So in case y'all don't know, and they are like a really actual intensive like process.
Yeah.
So like if you want a good one that has like a good core and not just foam and, it's all filled in and is like very fancy. And disco balls are very popular right now, as we know. But like these ones, they don't have like any grout. Like you
can see some of the styrofoam peeking through.
I'm
like
looking at one right now. I'm like, there's the butt of it. And it's okay because we love them and we need a lot of them. So the low price worked for us in this moment. But like people are like, what's even the significance? And these old guys were like, you don't even remember the disco. And I was like, aren't you just happy that I'm like excited about something that you experienced?
Yeah, that something from your past is relevant again.
Yeah. And then these people were like, well, what even is it? And I was like, well, the metaphor that I kind of go off of is like, if you think of yourself as broken and like all these little pieces of glass, like if you broke a mirror, you could still make something beautiful out of it, and something that shines brightly and something that people dance under and, have fun with. And it just adds so much like life and light back into your life that I feel that way. I feel like I thought I was broken for so long, but you put all my pieces back together and look how brightly I can shine.
Yeah.
And that's just not just for me, but for anybody. And also there's some stuff to it that I feel like is like breaking the glass ceiling. So we have them like close to our ceiling. I like to get meta about shit. And so I don't know.
Most
there's a lot of reasons.
Disco balls that were made like at the beginning of when they were being manufactured here in town were made by women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it adds a lot of like, makes a lot of sense for us to have them. But people get crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we know what we need to sell next year.
I know, but I want to find the right, like it takes a while to find the right products, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, we even had the disco ball earrings that we were like, here, wear some disco balls on your ears, but that was a no-go.
I mean, some people bought them for sure. They sold a lot of those. That's a definitely viral product for us with Modern Myth jewelry with Alexis. But we did also need bigger disco balls that they can hang up as home decor.
Yeah.
People want some more home decor from us.
I think so.
I think so too. So we'll get some for holiday.
Yeah.
I'm already talking to Progressive Babes about some cool wall hangings.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
Yeah, that's a make space for all races like our shirts did. But I like that those don't have sizing and stuff. So it'll be good. So the last two things I want to talk about before we wrap up really quickly are two new developments that we're launching in October.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to work with us, you've got opportunity to do that. First off, if you love our social media content and you're like, these bitches get it. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
You're right. We know how to be fun, funny. We know how to add joy to our lives. We can do it for you too. And we have Wow Media that is launching. It's officially launched. We have our first clients. Now we're professionals with it because somebody's paid us. That's amazing. So we have the amazing, they're also our premier sponsor of season 3 of the Wow podcast because there's 5 women that started New Vibes Wine. I have one right behind me. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Ding, 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 ding. So Elevate is a great option. It's a Prosecco style, like sparkling wine.
Yeah.
And it's for celebrations. So where should I put this? I'll put it right here. It's for celebrating. So Elevate to celebrate, baby.
Fun.
You can pop the bubbly, as we know we love to do.
Yeah.
We do this at all of our events where we pop champagne. I make Adrienne do it because I'm still scared. I'm 33 and I'm scared to pop champagne. It's like a Jack in the Box, but it's also exciting and fun. So yeah, definitely check out New Vibes Wine. Adrienne and I are going to enjoy these, make some cool content for them. You'll be hearing about them because they're such a beautiful sponsor of the podcast, as well as our first Wow Media client.
Yeah. Also something that formed out of the pandemic, just like us.
Exactly. Yeah. 5 girlfriends got together. They all own other businesses as well. And they came together to kind of create more community, to have that time together and to share a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, the best.
Yeah.
The best. So definitely check out New Vibes Wine. They will be in the show notes as well. So with Wow Media, some of our options are content creation. And I think content creation is the main one, truly, where everything kind of stems from. Because so many people come to us and been like, I love your content. I just need help with mine. I'm not sure what to do. And truly, there's so much that goes into it that like we'll have a lot of conversations about brand and who you're trying to attract and all of that stuff. But a lot of people think we're also social media managers. I was like, these are different jobs. Turns out that your social media manager might not be great at making content, and your content creator might not be great at managing your social media. So we're focusing on what we're great at.
Yeah.
Content creation, baby. So email us, and I'll put the email in the show notes, but it's just womanownedwallet@gmail. Address it to Adrienne.
Yeah.
Because she runs my life. And let us know if you're interested in seeing our proposals for Wow Media packages. They start at $379 a month for a Wow Editor package, where you create the content and we edit it into TikToks and Reels for you. We also have some product photography, product videography, event social media
coverage.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And next year, we're going to be offering more backdrop rentals and Wow event items.
Yeah,
to host a Wow event. I mean, it's like media that makes you say, wow. Events that make you say, wow. Like, there's so many things that make you say, wow.
Yeah.
And we're bringing it all to y'all. So we're very, very excited about this launch. And we also have one other thing, our Wow wholesale. Yeah. Why don't you tell them a little bit about it, Adrienne?
So, Madkind Design, Madison, who has been on the podcast and does all of our product design for us of all of our amazing Wow originals. So we've got our t-shirts and our stickers, which are now available for wholesale. So if you own a storefront and need a little bit of sass inside of it, let us know. We've got a line sheet prepared and we are ready to send it off to anyone that is interested. So lots of fun, bright, sassy stuff. Lots of good stuff. So.
And I'm sure we'll just continue to grow that line as well. I'm definitely interested in keychains and mugs.
Yeah.
I just talked to Serene Knight's Candle Co. on our episode about doing some custom candles.
Amazing.
Some Be Your Own Sugar Daddy or money manifestation.
Love that.
Wednesdays we wear pink options. So just collaborations together. There's lots of options. But definitely even thinking through it, like I was talking to somebody about Golden Gems, which is a brand that we sell in the store and has a pink store in St. Louis. We should have tried to go there when we were so tired, girl. We had to get home.
I don't even know. It
was like a Tuesday.
If I knew at that point in time they were in St. Louis either.
Yeah. It just must have slipped our mind, if anything, because we were trying to get back from LA. It was day 4.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was asking these girls that came in the store the other day, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm from St. Louis and like this has such a cool vibe. There's a store there called Golden Gems. Is this from there? I was like, it is. And then I realized that we should be reaching out to like Talking Out of Turn, who we love their products, and Golden Gems, because we do have different products than these other women-owned businesses that have pink stores.
Yeah.
We love a pink store.
Me too.
So definitely even considering past boutiques, but like bakeries, hair salons, plant stores, like clothing shops, like anything that you guys are curious about getting our products in, we want to be everywhere.
Yeah.
We want that wow world to be reality. So please let us know. Again, like just DM us or email us. Emailing's probably the best.
Yeah. Or if you've got a store in your town that you think our products would be great for, please reach out.
Please reach out. Let them know about us. You can send a boutique over to our website at thewomanownedwallet.com. Or just email us, womanownedwallet@gmail.com. I'll put both of those in the show notes as well, so you have a great reference point. But please help us get our WOW products across the globe, across the world. We want them everywhere. And we know that since there's 6 continents listening and 1,138 cities so far.
Yeah.
I know that number by heart, obviously, because I've said it so many times and I'm obsessed. I just can't even believe it, to be honest.
I know.
My brain's so excited.
It'll be so fun for the day whenever we walk into a store and we see our stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready for that day.
Yeah.
Let's do it, y'all. Please help us share these amazing products across, the world.
Yeah.
Tell them about us. Tell us about them. We can't wait. We're just so excited. And honestly, otherwise, we're going to come back to you after Q4 and let you know how much money we made, how much money y'all helped us put into the wallets of women. Please definitely check out all the things we have to offer for holiday. I put so much money into this, so much time, effort.
Already collecting product.
We're so ready. And I just ordered all of our original t-shirts, our new designs that we need to add. I'm just realizing right now, I'm like looking at Adrienne White, I'm like, we need to add those to the line sheet. So by the time we send the line sheet to y'all, they will be on there.
Yeah.
But we've got sweatshirt designs coming out. So excited.
Yeah. Finally sweatshirt weather.
I can't wait. But thank you so much, Adrienne, for coming on and talking with me about WOW and your experience here and just what we've been up to these crazy few quarters and few years at this point.
Yeah. Happy to be here and talk all things WOW.
We'll do it again soon.
Yeah.
Maybe January. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Moneymakers, for listening. And Moneymakers, go out there and make that money. If you want to put more money into the wallets of women like we do, then check out our website, thewomanownedwallet.com. And we can't wait to continue the conversation on our social media. So definitely follow us on our Instagram, @womanowned.wallet, and on TikTok, @womanownedwallet. You can support us by following our podcast on Apple, Google, and Spotify. And don't forget to leave us a review. Thank you for listening to Woman Owned Wallet, the podcast.